I told you that we needed to expose all those elements that for some reason after Trump won have decided to jump ship or do a 180. We have Mark Zuckerberg, we have Jeff Bezos, we have we have journalists that want to make it seem like Jack Tapper. So many people that all of a sudden they want to leave all this Democrat and libtard nonsense behind. And one of them is Gavin Newsom. He wants to make it seem that is important. He wants to make it seem like he wants to, I'm going to hang out with all voices. We were talking about that earlier, right? That was important to talk about that. Eric Doherty, California Governor Gavin Newsom is running for president in 2028. But he has to do something about that because, man, you are a white male. And unless you are Pete Buttigieg, if you know what I mean, you have no chance. You have zero chance. So on a podcast with Charlie Kirk, he said he views men competing against women in sports as unfair. Oh! So the guy, this time, now wants to say the kind of things. Why didn't he say that while Biden was in office? It would have been interesting if he said anything about that while Biden was in office, but he didn't. He's going to try and be a moderate in 2028. He's pretending to break with the left wing. Now, that's the reason why, before we address his intentions, that's the reason why he has started a podcast when he was all voices, and listen to everybody because he has an open mind and stuff. I'm going to share with you, I think I have that meme right here. I'm going to share with you one of my, a meme, and a not so obscure meme of one of my favorite movies. But yeah, don't believe his lies. Remember the sentence. Don't believe his lie. This meme this screenshot from this movie could apply to so many things. But new Colin Rugg, California Governor Gavin Newsom tells Charlie Kirk that his son is a massive Charlie Kirk fan. What? Let me see. Do we have captions in here? No, let's generate the captions. And while we generate the captions, the thing is that what I see is that he says that it's like the left is saying that we need, a left-leaning Joe Rogan, right? When Joe Rogan was a liberal from the beginning, has always been a liberal. And it's like they are trying to, or at least Gavin Newsom is trying to have this kind of platform to, rebrand himself. Don't believe the lies. Let's watch this.
Last night, trying to put my son to bed, he's like, no, Dad, what time? What time's Charlie going to be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school tomorrow. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 something. He's like, I'm coming. I'm like, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is
you canceled school for like 2 years. One day.
The point is the point, which is you are making a damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is next level. And clearly, that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually.
He's coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually am by the way, if
you should be concerned.
But so let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat, that we're getting clobbered.
Okay. Yes.
That you've figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves.
No, Gavin already knows that they are getting clobbered, and that's why he's doing this.
Deserves the credit.
But why? No, hold on. You were at this before Trump was Trump.
No, I know, but he
was a Democrat back in 2011 and 12.
The president deserves huge credit, and I just have to say that as an obligatory thing, because without him, our movement would be small. And you can appreciate that in politics. You have to appreciate the person who is the catalyst.
For you, that's what you sort of attached an identity with.
It was also just the catalyst. It was a cultural moment.
Okay, this is interesting, right? Because I don't know if, for some reason, a person like Gavin Newsom invited me to his podcast. Maybe I would have fun and attend his podcast. I will go with common sense, right? What is going to happen with me? I wouldn't have to defend any crazy stances, because you know that every single thing that I say here on my show is because I mean it. So and I always lead with common sense, or at least I try to do that. But he absolutely knows, he 100% knows that the Democratic Party is done, is destroyed, has been completely destroyed. And it's not going to, with examples that we saw earlier, it's not going to win at least any presidential elections anytime soon. Let's see the midterms. There's still many people that have a Trump derangement syndrome. There's still much work to do. But if the Democrats keep with the same, let's say, policies, especially the transgender issues, and as he says, that he's against men in women's sports, then he knows that they're gonna get wrecked. Now, the problem I see that with Gavin is the following: is the same problem that was with that RFK Jr. had. Is that you're a Democrat, you're essentially a Democrat. Are you going to run as a Democrat, trying to be a sane Democrat? I think that would be the best, your best chance at this. But again, you're a white man, so the only way a white man could win this, I mean Biden, is because Biden was the perfect puppet. Biden was essentially the perfect puppet. It was the Obama third term. Okay, but no, Gavin Newsom is not going to be Obama's fourth term. That's not going to work. So no, Gavin, you have no chance. He has seen the writing on the wall. He has seen all the insanity of the Democrat Party. And he said, the only thing that I can do is to change my stance. And the problem is that by changing your stance and not going with the group of Democrats are essentially going to kick you out. Are going to kick you out like they kicked out Bernie Sanders. Not literally kicked him out, but you know what they did to Bernie Sanders. Are going to, it's like kind of a soft, a passive-aggressive ostracizing, like you're gonna be the one. We need a woman. We're gonna try for a woman president a three times a charm. And what they did to RFK Jr., like essentially you're literally out. You're not going to appear in any mainstream media. You're not going to have any kind of security. You're not going to have anything. Okay, we're gonna sideline you. That's what's going to happen to him. Now, I want to think that whoever is on the other side, the Republican Party, will not fall in the trap of saying, oh, Gavin Newsom is going to be, oh, come, you're now one of us. No. I'm going to repeat this again because it's the only approach. For those who have been part of the Democrat Party, for those who have been part of the mainstream media, for those who have pushed the insane narratives of the Democrats, there must be a waiting period of at least 10 years. 10 years in which we have to ridicule them. We have to meme them into oblivion. We have to ostracize them. And we have to make their political and professional life, well, let's say, a bit harsh. I don't want to get into trouble with them. My attorneys have told me that try to not go with those threats, but you know what I mean. At least make fun of them. You have to make fun of them, not take them seriously. If after 10 years of saying, oh yeah, now I'm a common sense guy, blah blah blah, you still are pressing on that and still supporting the common sense. Supporting common sense, then people can give you a chance. But whoever gives these tools, these snakes, this, because a tool is somebody who is an idiot. No, these are snakes. Whoever gives these snakes a chance is a fool. It's that simple. So no, Gavin Newsom 100% has seen the writing on the wall, has realized that his political career is kaput unless he does a full 180 on these topics. And these topics, well, are going to see, you saw the Democrats in Congress while Trump was speaking. Well, they were working like this homogeneous mass of sheep, all doing the exact same thing. Okay, we are not, there are no dissenting opinions. No, we are going to act like, essentially like a cult. In many ways, a party, you could say, oh, the Republicans also act like a cult. But I'm going to ask you once again. It is not a cult if everybody agrees on something that is common sense. It is not a cult if everybody agrees and that there are only two genders or sexes, we say, because genders is not the right term, right? It's just only man and woman. It's that simple. It's that simple. That is not being a cult. A cult is trying to push the gender craze onto millions of people and onto children. That is a cult. So if you are against morals and ethics, then you are the problem. And people like Gavin Newsom say that, oh yeah, this is all nice, but I need to, I want to move on with my career, whatever is left of it, when he is no longer a governor of California. And if he really has presidential intentions, I'm 100% sure, not even 99, no, 100% sure that he has zero chance as a Democrat. There's so many, they're going to look for a woman, literally. And I've told Democrats, if you don't have a black woman as your candidate, you are all bigots. They're all bigots. And I'm going to call you out. You're all bigots if you don't have a black woman as your candidate. So that's the only reason why Gavin is going through all this trouble of doing a podcast and inviting Charlie Kirk of my son. Before I take my son to bed, he tells me that he wants to listen to your show, whatever. Yeah, that absolutely sounds. I always mention Meghan. Oh, you have an obsession with Meghan. No, it's because Meghan is basically the reference. Meghan is the reference. Meghan was talking in the Drew Barrymore show about taking her kids to bed, like with a recording or something like that. You can watch that on the Royal Road. That makes no sense. And it's the same. You see the same patterns. We can have like the same template, the Meghan stuff, the Meghan template. It's very easy. And Gavin Newsom is doing that, changing the narrative. How many times these people want to change the narrative? Well, enough times to keep afloat. And we have to be there to, at the very least, call them out, and most important, make fun of them. I would like to know what you think about this in the comments. So